morning. Now that I got my coffee, I can speak to you. I'm here today on private land. This is Escondido Draw Recreation Area. It's not too far, just a few miles outside of Ozona, Texas. Out here to do a little exploring. I've been out here before, twice. Once was with the Jeep Rubicon 4xe, and the other time was with the Jeep Rubicon 392. This is the second time I've camped out here. They have kind of a primitive, semi-primitive dispersed camping area here that's pretty nice. It's relatively quiet. They have trails of all different types. You have trails for ATVs, trails for full-size vehicles, Jeeps, trucks. I find it to be very scenic. It's pretty out of the way. To get here, I had to drive just over 3 hours from San Antonio, and you're still pretty much hours from any other major city. Probably the closest major city would be San Angelo or Midland, Odessa. It's nice. The folks here are real nice. The last two times, the times I've camped, I've arrived late, and they've never had a problem with me showing up. They say, just come on in. It's like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. Anyway, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy technical. Just want to go on some scenic trails that go along some of these ridges here and just see what the Power Wagon can get into today. But before that, I think I'm gonna make a little bit of breakfast here, just to get the gears turning, and then we'll go ahead and head out. See, they're been adding some new primitive tent campsites here. There's a nice big one. Fire ring in the middle. Couple of stair steps or ledges here. I went ahead and locked the front and rear axles and disconnected the sway bar, but Pretty uneventful, but better be safe than sorry. Well, the hard part's already done. It's already hit. that was quite the trail. Scenic, pretty technical in spots, but definitely doable, especially if you got shorter wheelbase. More doable it is, and especially if you got lockers. Few gnarly sections though, watch out for that. And there's no bypasses. You got to do the trail or else turn around and go the way you came. So just keep that in mind. That's way cool. I don't know if that's oil, natural gas. There's something hot under there. So there's a natural gas pipeline. So I wonder if that's just like a blow-off valve or something, or a pressure release valve. Very cool. I find this very fascinating. This area is just so gorgeous. It's so rustic. Like, this is literally no man's land back here. This is the way Google routed me, I swear. It says this is County Road 407, taking me to another highway. And I'm trying to get down to US 90 to get to Seminole Canyon and eventually to Del Rio. And this is the way Google routed me. So I was thinking of coming down here anyway, because you can see on Gaia GPS, there's just a ton of trails in the area. But I didn't know if you're allowed to drive on any of these dirt roads. So much of Texas is privately owned, but there are public county dirt roads that take you to the private areas. And a lot of people will say these are private roads. I don't know if it's maintained by the county. I think it's public. You just can't get off of it at all, because it's all surrounded by private property. So use caution if you venture out in this neck of the woods. All right, pavement, barely. All right, about to cross the Pecos River. At long last, we've reached Highway 90. Not going to be heading west though. Be heading east. It's quite a walk from where I'm supposed to park to where the fire pit is and their picnic table. But this site is much flatter than that other one I looked at. And it's also more room. It's not up against a hill. Oh well, the fire will just have to be away from the tent and the back of the truck. Actually, I was gonna grill hamburgers tonight, so I might just use the coals from the fire because it's got a built-in grate. I know the state parks isn't everyone's cup of tea, but they are pretty nice, and they still make you feel like you're submersed in the wilderness, if you will. This is pretty nice. It's a lot warmer here than it was at last night's camp. We're quite a bit further south, probably 60 to 80 miles as the crow flies further south. A little disappointed, but I mean, oh yeah. Okay. This is good. This is going to be really good. Okay, I think those things are ready. Come to Papa. Headlamp full of smoke. There you go, folks. Gourmet burgers at camp. I think I've made better, but I think it's because they're like half cooked. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still good. They're still burger. This still beats fast food. It's just when you have an actual fresh patty. I love hiking. It's like off-roading, only obviously you're on foot. It's like too close for missiles, switching to guns. It's like someone left their jacket. Pretty nice jacket to just leave there. Wow, look at that. I think this is just the beginning of the canyon part. And it's kind of warm for long pants. It's a good thing these are convertible. I keep telling myself I need to hike more. I don't know. I don't want to just hike some regular. I know that's against, if you like hiking, you should hike anywhere, right? And we've done little hikes in town, city parks and stuff, but I'll go somewhere remote, somewhere more pristine. I think this fits the bill. Now we're coming up on this bridge or elevated platform. Just a platform. Not really sure why it's here. Oh, a little bit of history. Bridging the gap. Well, that jacket we saw, turns out that belonged to the boy and the girl that were walking on this trail. Looked like they were turning around to go get it. Because they said, "Have you seen a jacket?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "How far back was it?" And I was like, "It's over halfway back to the parking lot. We've gone about 3/4 of a mile. So not too terribly far, but this is one of those days where it looks like or feels like you would need a jacket or a sweater or something, but once you start walking or hiking, you get sweaty quick. It's not really too much of a breeze. It's a little bit damp. I'd say temperature is probably 68, but it's humid. So this hiking trail called the Canyon Rim Trail goes all along this almost perfectly elevated rim of rock. Pretty convenient. And apparently this has been walked for hundreds, thousands of years by ancient peoples. Boy, they weren't kidding. You can go right up to this edge here. And that's a good 50-foot drop to the first part that you would hit. See right there, that's the visitor center. You first drive in, and here's that elevated platform. Walk all across here and this way. And could you imagine a rain event like the one that happened in Hunt, Texas this past summer in the hill country, you know, Kerrville, the hill country floods of 2025? Could you imagine that much water coming down this? I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure that's happened at some point. As it's just all gouged out. It's like solid rock, it looks like. That would be incredible to witness. I'm taking kind of a shortcut back. The canyon rim trail keeps going on for a few miles. Lots of fire ants out here, but I don't have enough time to do the whole thing. It would take the better part of the day to complete. So, boy, suddenly the breeze is gone and it is hot. Man, glad I wore a white t-shirt. All the clouds have burned off. Just sunny and hot. This is interesting. Patch of grass out of nowhere. And it was all desert. Now it's a bunch of grass. It's pretty interesting. Quite a contrast. Man, what an incredible hike that was. Beautiful. Well, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you, hopefully, on the next motoring adventure. Take care.